Hey guys, so this is Donna from Donna Makes Art, and in this video I'm going to be sharing my painting process for the Legend of the Spider, or in Filipino, Alamat ng Gagamba, which is actually the last illustration for my Filipino Folklore series, book cover series. So, quick announcement before I forget. I actually uploaded the line art of these illustrations up in my Ko-fi, that's KO-FI page, for you to download and print and color for yourself. So make sure to tag me on Instagram if ever. And of course, if you're feeling generous and would like to support me, then you could do so in my Ko-fi page. There's going to be a button there to donate, and I would really truly appreciate it. So this painting I really struggled with. This was about the time when I felt like my painting process was very rigid and too controlled. There were just a lot of iterations that I had to go through before I'm able to sit down and paint the final piece. And by that time, it felt like the concept just died. To give you an idea, I would first make a mood board for inspirations and see how other artists tackled problems like what fonts they used, how they placed the elements, the composition and coloring choices, even the stylistic choices that they made. And once that extensive research is over, I would do my own thumbnails on how I would problem solve the illustration and tell a concise story with just one picture. Once I've come up with maybe 3 to 5 thumbnails, I would upload it on my Instagram stories actually to see what other people thought, and whatever the majority voted, that's what I will take into Procreate to finish the line art with. So for my initial idea, I was gonna go with a very realistic looking spider, but when I started to finalize the art, I found it too creepy for a children's book. So I was really struggling. I changed the spider multiple times until an idea really struck me. Well, this is a children's book, so why not make a fantastical creature, a spider made up of sewing materials? And it just clicked. And that really re-energized me to explore this illustration again. So, no doubt, spider is one of the best, or at least my favorite aspects of this illustration. And then I put it into, I do a lot of color comps. I think for this one I did maybe 5 different options. I really wanted to go with something a bit more unique than blue and yellow, but the typical is typical for a reason. It works. So these two colors are very complementary, so I wanted this glowing effect happening for the main character. Basically, the concept I wanted to focus on was the greed of the main character and how her thoughts are centered around the financial gain when she's doing her craft, despite being so talented. I think I related a lot to this character, and I had to really look in myself after I've read the story about how I tackled my own craft. Am I doing this for passion? Is it wrong to want monetary compensation for your work? Where's the line? It was a children's book, but the moral really applies to all ages, and I guess that's one of the beauties of it. I'm still not sure how to balance that wanting of doing what you enjoy and wanting to be compensated for it. But the Lord steadies me. I don't think I'll get as much of an ego problem as this girl, just because, well, I'm not that good anyway. One thing that I found very therapeutic while working on this was actually the spider webs. I'm not a very spontaneous painter, so I, of course, drew in a few guidelines. I did strictly follow it, but it gave me assurance that at least if I did have a general idea of where to paint the thin lines, then it would still look good. And yeah, I just found that process very therapeutic. It's like watching those calligraphy videos. That's very calming when you see how they stroke very slowly and very carefully. Just gives you a pause from the busyness of life. Since there's more time, I guess I could chat with you guys a little bit. Right now, I'm really not mentally okay, so it was a struggle to do this voiceover. Just because every time I did, I would just spiral into this negativity. But when I posted that on Facebook, there were a lot of friends that actually reached out and asked me what was the problem, or just to give a support saying it's okay to feel that way, and I was super uplifted. To be honest, I have these mental breakdowns almost every month, but that was the first time that I publicly, declared it, and I was really touched by everyone's concern. And a friend of mine, I should link her down or just put her username up in the screen, actually drew me, and that was, yeah, I felt love. Thank you, Danny. So yeah, I guess follow me on Instagram so that we could keep in touch, and like this video, share it to your art buddies, subscribe if you want to see more, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next video, which is, by the way, something a bit different. I wanted to share my bullet journal system with you guys, so if you're interested in that, make sure to keep an eye out for it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!